All right. Where were we? Let's look at all the unemployment situations and whatnot. Wherever there's unemployment, where there's a low amount of agricultural GDP, then I'm going to get grow agriculture card there. Ah, we've finished biotic decontamination. That's excellent news. China is kind of on the brink. I suppose you can grow agriculture as well. How about here? Let's have you growing agriculture as well. It's fine. You can still grow commerce. It's, I think, not bad of a card to use necessarily. I do want to get the agriculture going on here as well. How about I get the artificial trees going on somewhere else, not in Europe necessarily. Ah, we can't Tobin tax that in America any longer. They've dropped in GDP or whatever too low. Or relative, whatever. It's fine. We'll manage. It's only like 45 years. I don't know the exact amount of turns that we have. It's somewhere on the ballpark of that anyway. I don't want to make that kind of a mistake I made with the what's that even? I've broken my this what's it? It's a pop filter. So it's kind of dropped from where it was. I'll maybe put some more tape to it when I get to that next break. Okay. In the end, whatever. How's your energy mix doing? 66%. What's going on with that? I'm really worried about you, North America. Is it maybe that we have too low of an small of an agricultural sector, and then we have to buy all the food and it creates all sorts of problems? I have no idea. Southern Africa steel. Uranium shortage still. But we are doing something about that, to be fair. Let's look for any other shortages that I might see. China has one, but it's I suppose we do have all this going on, so it's really nothing we can do about that anymore. Maybe we could evacuate areas? That's always a possibility. Transportation. You do have the biofuels, right? Gas and uranium. Let's do something here to alleviate that problem. Here you go. And instead of declining gas this quickly, let's instead get more renewables, sure. Maybe that will help. Wait, it's this button. Northern Africa does have pretty substantial problems when it comes to their energy. So instead of all these silly things we'll get... Why am I committing to renewables here when we only have advanced turbines pretty much? Let's instead get smart grids, super tensiles, and this turn we might... You don't necessarily need the biochar now any longer, it seems like. Okay. So, Southern Africa still and Middle East. But what can you do here? Really, maybe synthetic feedstocks? South Asia, China, and you do have the famine. What can we do about famine? Why do you have famine? Deluge. Hydropower at capacity. Storms. You don't want... Let's look for any places that might want the relocation. Where that might be popular. Not really anywhere. Except in India. What if we instead did some... Instead of growing the commerce, I did some mass relocation. I can't afford it. So that's a good reason not to. I do suppose. How about we got rid of the artificial biomes in Latin America? It's not doing anything for us. I thought... I should have known I would forget that. Okay, where was it? Was it South Asia that had the famine? India and Oceania, Russia. Wait a minute, we had famine somewhere. India is where we have that. We might mass relocate people. Let's try that this time. Ah yes, we have this Mars base as well that I should try to get. But how can I possibly scrounge up the money for that? Water stress 24%. I can't afford to get rid of the subsidized biochar in that case, I suppose. Any unnecessary policies? Maybe. How's your energy mix looking like? It's good. Let's look at the energy mixes of all these places. Maybe they are deploying a first generation fusion and that's what's lowering it. Ha, it doesn't, of course, tell us about that. What if we could see it somewhere else, though? Synthetic oil, not really, it wouldn't be under there. Renewable energy. Fusion potential massive. It's under renewable energy, I think. Fusion generated 703. Well, why do we lower in get less of that? Whatever. It must be this Tobin tax. We are just wreaking havoc on our economy here. That must be it. So instead of all these policies that are kind of unnecessary, we'll focus on getting our economy back up. Yeah. How about that? Synthetic feedstocks. You do kind of need more power, so it's not there that we can really do anything. How about we got rid of this in Russia? And the synthesized biochar thing as well. It seems like the economy of Russia is also kind of has tanked as well, and we might have some troubles there because of that. China. But can we really get rid of anything more? You don't need biochar. But we still need 46 more. Europe. Get rid of that. Alright, we are positive on our money. We'll try to recuperate. Maybe that's what is our problem. We've just utilized the Tobin tax too much. How's the timing? We still have some time left. I do believe so. Impact to death toll 10 million. Forced migration 40 million. Mars colony tries again. Lessons from prior failures are being taken in stride, and a new batch of brave settlers embark on a mission to colonize Mars again. India has lost support, but they are mass relocating as well. So if we can't get jobs for you here, we'll just relocate you. How do you like the relocation assistance now? You do enjoy it. Still. Let's get you super smart grids at the very least. Yeah. You don't have that much energy. Could that be one of the problems? Maybe we need to invest in energy. Energy mix at 100% renewable. But can we expand like uranium production maybe? Lowest supply, slowest production. Instead of the medical welfare, let's expand uranium production, sure. We'll just try all sorts of things to fix the problems in there. You still have unemployment. Yeah, we can't Tobin tax Oceania any longer. A bit of a problem again. Some unemployment there. It's fine. -1, so the rate of it dropping has dropped. So that's at least good, I suppose. How about I try to get rid of the Tobin tax all around? And see just what we might be able to do without all that extra stuff. See, we have some money left still. We might be able to do that. Let's try to recover from all that. China, you have some emissions still. But I don't really see what you could do. Maybe the artificial trees, that's always one option. Except if we don't have the technology to do that. India is even in their stability. I suppose I should get some... the grow agriculture isn't doing anything. Let's get rid of that now. For now. Southern Africa. What here? Did you have any shortages? Yeah, you do kind of have shortages. So we'll just deploy all sorts of things here. Middle East, done. Pretty much South Asia. What about you? You don't use the gas any longer either. Do you have famine? Let's... Instead of the biochar in Oceania, we'll get these high-yield crop... Wait, that's abandon high-yield crops. Let's get the renew high-yield crops. Even though I don't know if that really does what we want. It's fine. We have energy shortage. 4 meters of sea level rise. The ocean's circulation system might shut down. 30 million deaths. And again dome sickness. Not awesome. Why is Russia... We have immigration at a flashpoint. Adapt or perish. Tell you what, we'll maybe even tighten borders here. You don't appear to be having any shortages, so let's get rid of this, I suppose. We have a whole lot of unemployed people in Japan. Migrant numbers, of course. Well, how about we, instead of there, we'll... Refugee influx under control. Yeah, it is under control, I'm telling you. We'll get it to Latin America instead. Yeah. We have a whole lot of unemployment in China. We do have the super smart grids now again. Well. Food per capita is negative. How is that even possible? This game. What's the population looking like here? It grew until maybe we got that. Should we get the one-child policy going on in India? I mean, otherwise they'll just... You don't have any kind of shortages here. It doesn't appear so. I don't grow that any longer. I do want the Mars base, though. I'm really liking the idea of that. But what can we possibly do? Well, we haven't lost renewables this time. Let's try instead getting the Mars base there, I suppose. The mass relocation isn't doing anything either. I don't feel like... Well, we have lost unemployed. Let's see here. Has the uranium production done anything for us? Let's look at this. The energy is dropping that we have. How is that even possible? We don't have any uranium in our mix. Even though we are expanding uranium production. How... Ark. India, you are doomed to just relocate. All. Abandon all hope. Encourage consumption, maybe? I mean... they would just get mad at me because I don't give... They aren't... don't have enough GDP and whatnot. Let's get to the one-child policy as well going. What would you like? Wildlife conservation. Instead of this, let's get India to get the wildlife conservation. There. Well, we are almost finished. Pretty much. Ah, yes, I wanted to... Refugee deaths. We do have some. Japan and... Middle East. Wait, are you telling me... Well, Japan has food shortage. I suppose that kind of makes sense. If that they would die there. So let's set up a climate refugee center here as well, and oh well. In these places where we don't have any refugee deaths, even though... Did it say about Latin America having them? Oh well. Did you like the Climate Refugee Center? I suppose this time we might try that for like one turn and see where that goes. Immigration has reached flashpoints here. We could tighten the borders, but we don't have any money to do so. Let's do it with that money. Here we kind of are having some problems when it comes to resources, even though it's weird. We only have 7% uranium in the mix and steel. But we get fusion. Yeah. You can also get that climate refugee center, it's fine. We'll just put them all around to kind of alleviate the pressure. Impact death toll 10 million. We are never going to get the Mars colony, are we? And I suppose this might be time to stop it for this episode. And Yellow Deck expands resource. Well,